newspapers from like the 1800s or like small towns, it is just a lot of like Onion headlines, or it is like just like cow was lost, later found. Like that was the big news.
Yeah. I actually did on a I was watching some comedy quiz recently, and there was some date in like the 30s where they were like, what was noted about the news broadcast on this date in the 30s, and it was that they were just like, there's no news. Like the BBC was like, well, nothing happened today.
Oh boy, what a good time.
Hello
30s.
everyone.
Yeah, the 30s in Europe was just such a great time of nothing happening.
I feel like there might have been a few weeks in the earlier 30s where there was.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But then those late 30s, you guys.
I'm telling you.
And don't get me started on the tooth hurries.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
There were the Olympics. That's big news.
Hi everyone, welcome to Topflight West. This is our superhero game. My name is Philip, and I'm the publisher because comics. And surrounding me are many, but not all, of the members of Topflight. Say up and away, players.
Up
and away, players.
You are really the odd person out here, KJ, because you have two very, very happy people, very happy to help individuals, and then you're there to just.
I'm really glad to
be
keep
an
it grounded.
anti-Lumen, quite frankly. Lumen would follow.
Well, we
the rules
gotta
and repeat.
We gotta have.
Is it a rule? Hang on. Are you telling me that it's a rule?
I think that
we
Lumen would
have to
understand that if someone who was introduced to your group said, say this, everyone, and everyone else did it, Lumen would feel like, this is a thing that I am meant to do. And I don't think I'm wrong about that. Teleportia is not here, but she will be joining us soon. She said she's 5 minutes out.
But I'm glad, KJ. It's good to have that balance.
Always happy
What
to suck
even
the
is
fun out of
balance when you
everything.
think about it?
Hmm?
What even is balance when you think about it?
Oh, from my personal
Something I
viewpoint,
don't
it's
have, for sure.
It's that which makes the universe stop itself from completely imploding.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Oh no.
That's fair.
Oh wait.
Did everyone in this is actually a question not to you. This is a question not to you guys in my Zoom here, but to anyone in the chat. You may hear this. Do you guys hear like a? Do you hear like? My upstairs neighbors just watch TV too loud, and I really should probably go say something, but my headphones are already in. It'll be too big a thing. I'm just gonna play my music and hope that my music drowns it out. But if you guys hear any like weird like stuff that is not ours, just know that it's.
I can't wait for the time your neighbors get us DMCA'd.
I mean, that would be the thing, because they're always up there watching like Bullet Train or movies like that. The only time I ever went up and actually asked them to turn on their stuff.
I mean, I think that would work out because you'd be able to like bring up the notice or whatever and say, look,
I have
this
notice.
is how loud you guys are.
I have
I have a lawyer's note.
Yeah.
I gotta bring in a lawyer's note to be exempted from things. Oh, that's such a cool thing to do. Here's my Lego cigarette. Speaking of lawyer's notes, I'm gonna receive soon.
Ooh.
This is not a game where there's a smoking character. Oh no, Tatiana Temple, of course. I would just need to get a really long black Lego. Like.
I mean, she's not here though. Like she's like stuck in a thing.
We don't know that.
Then I'll.
As far as we know, she's as far as we know, yeah, we got rid of her. We left her in the past.
She's
But I mean,
in the astral plane.
we know we know she's not in our current timeline.
That is
it's
true.
comics, so anything could happen.
Oh yeah, no. We as players 100% know she's coming back, but we as characters solved that problem.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows when she'll come back? Well, friends, thank you so much for being here tonight. I do love these top flight games. It is the top flight ranks have shrunk a little bit because V had to get her own fucking series, and then yes, Teleporter has been out a bit, but she's 5 minutes away. She'll be here soon for this fight. But I appreciate you guys being here today. There's going to be some fighting, which is what one would expect from a comic book based thing, because when last we left our crew, they were squaring off against basically shadow versions of themselves. I believe it's pronounced Jungian. It's a very Jungian idea that you have to face your shadow self. Am I pronouncing that right?
Jungian. Jungian. I think it's a hard
it's a hard G. So Jungian. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, let's make a comic book character named like Jungian, I apologize. KJ's looking like she doesn't.
KJ's face is my favorite thing in the world right now.
I'm doing a joke on. I'm doing a joke on.
Upset. shocked.
Just
It's all of
offended.
them, I think.
It's a little.
It's
It's a little
I'm
everything.
making a play on the Jungian archetype of the shadow self. Let's not go too deep down the rabbit hole, but also let's not go down the rabbit hole. I believe it's pronounced Jungian. That's what we're
I think it's
That's
pronounced. I think it's pronounced Advent calendar.
by Carl Jung. It is pronounced Advent calendar. Speaking of which, guys, last time I opened. I'm going to show this before we open this. I'm going to show this to Dan and KJ because I think this is crazy. So this is a it's a D6 of like snowflakes. So that's the 4.
That's a butt.
Mm-hmm. There's
Is
a
it
lot of
claiming?
things in
Is
here.
it claiming that it's? Is it claiming that it's like her feelings are hurt because
These jokes were already made. You're real late to the party. There's
Damn it.
5. Get it? So you see that and you're like, okay,
Also,
well, 5. But watch
this
this,
is more
okay?
of the right wing acceptable snowflakes because they're all the same.
So
They are not unique snowflakes.
yeah, they really are all exactly the same. So on one side is this, and on the other side across from it is that. So we're thinking this is 6 and this is 1, but what?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
One.
Can I see that?
They did a small 1 with like a little check
There's
mark.
a small one
right?
and there's like a check mark, and then,
And then the
across from
other
it is a
side?
big one.
And then there's a big one, which we're assuming is the 6.
we think
I
this
will
is
say, like,
I mean, there's 6 sides to that still. Like, there's 6 pointies.
yeah, but there's
a
also
friend of
6
mine-
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're the
is
exact-
there?
Yeah.
I would say a friend of mine has a D20 where each side is it's musical notes. You have to be able to read music.
I've
and
seen
interpret,
that
like,
one.
Yeah, and like it took me like a solid like because like I haven't read music in a few years, so it took me a solid like few minutes to be like, wait, so how's the mathing here? But
Well,
Yeah,
what-
like
what is-
I'd be
what
able
is
to
the
read it, but
20?
it wouldn't be fast.
Is it
like the 20, so
Is the 22 whole
eight-
notes?
8th note is 1. So a
8th note is 1.
20
Okay.
20 would be so that means whole note is 8, so it'd be
It would be 2
whole
whole
notes and a half.
notes in it. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
In any case, let's open this up. We did 21, so we're now on to 22. Is there a Taylor Swift album called 21? No. It's Adele.
Adele, yeah. I
know
have it in my
music. Now that's what I could be do. Oh! I don't think I've ever gotten these from one of these sets, but this is always an interesting, different vibe. We have 2 very sort of Arctic-looking,
Ooh.
Arctic or snowy-looking. These are the D4s, like the rolling D4s.
Oh,
So
nice.
rather than the pyramidal D4s, this kind you can sort of just roll in whichever side winds up. I'm gonna.
That would go underneath a table or something so fast, and I wouldn't be able to get it back.
I rolled a 4 on this friend and a 1 on this friend. So
Okay.
depending on the system, maybe you're garbage, maybe you're garbage. But this is a set of extremes. Roll 2 is a 4 and a 3. So anyway. Okay. Well, you know what though? I'm gonna immediately.
I don't know, Philip. It seemed perfectly average to me.
Okay.
As all things should be.
I think I get your joke, Dan, and that's good. It's good.
Thank you.
It's good. It's good. All right. Well, I guess let's talk about this game because there's nothing left but to prepare for.
Oh,
Very-
I could riff more if you want.
Oh no! I mean, I'm excited for it. But in our last sort of basically, power has surged across the world. Actually, across further than the world, across the whole known Topflight universe. Various heroes.
Sorry, wait, is it universe or is it our plane?
No, we know that it's affected the ones with the Power Galactic.
Okay, so do you want an answer to this, KJ? Because the answer to this is very complicated. But I can answer your question.
Yes.
Okay, so the way I have these games set up and whatever it is, like this, so basically like another term for setting. Sometimes I'll even use the term universe because everything within a setting is under that universe. The interchangeable terms are setting, universe, and multiversal cluster. You see, the Topflight universe, the Topflight group, the Topflight setting contains everything on like the sort of like everything like on the planet Earth where Topflight exists, and everything in the Milky Way galaxy and any galaxies beyond if we ever venture to those in Topflight, like on this plane of reality. But Lumen's home plane of pure light, the Valo plane, that is also a part of this multiversal cluster. That little multiversal slice doesn't necessarily exist in, say, Here Be Dragons. You know?
Okay.
Like, the hell that happens, there is a hell. You guys have encountered some people from hell, such as Synth Devil and Hoboken Witches who want to bang him. Hell, your hell is hell for you, but if they were to go to hell in like Grey in the Dark, that's a different hell. That's part of a different multiversal cluster with its own rules. What also, though, goes under this setting in these multiverses is all the alternate realities or alternate timelines of Topflight. That's all part of your universe or multiversal cluster here.
Okay.
Now guys, you have to go into the darkness to get the light back. The point is, what I'm trying to say is that across all of your known universe, like so far you have heard about it happening in all sorts of places. It doesn't seem to be limited simply to the planet. That's all I was going to, because the space people talked about it, other people talked about it. But in answer to a question you didn't ask. That's the thing. Do you feel less or more informed now that I said all that? You can answer
both.
honestly. Okay. Well, I've done my share.
Same, honestly.
Yeah.
There we go. But it's been happening all over the place that both heroes and villains are having their powers like surging, changing, getting a big thing. Now, did DC actually do something sort of similar to this in a comic that I hadn't read until like last week? Even though we set this up like months ago? Yeah, they did. There's a thing called Planet Lazarus. Don't worry about it. Guys, I'm reading DC Comics again, and I am loving it. Okay, so, the point being, our heroes down a member since V had to go deal with her 12,000 duplicates. Our heroes decided...
11,999, right?
Technically, it's 12,008 because there's a total
right,
of... There's a total of 12,009 of them. And also, I've been saying that, like, it might not be a clean 12,000.
Okay.
I should probably decide that.
Are they all healthy? Like, does that number go down? Like, if we had a population sign outside of it, would the number periodically go down?
Sure. It would. Maybe it already has. Maybe if you have been murdered already. Secretly. But, in any case, maybe if you have already ventured... And also, if they go to the Feywild, what happens if they
Is there? I imagine there's like also a sign that's like days without splitting.
Mm-hmm. Days without split. Or, well, no, there's a sign that says days without drama, and there's no numbers. It just says ha under it. So, while the world has been sort of beset by this, the heroes of Topflight West undertook an important mission to sort of prevent a black hole in Toucan Beach, Florida, from sort of spreading there and possibly destroying the Earth, where Star Shadow, a villain who used to have like a fair bit of like dark matter sort of like control and stuff, is now apparently able to summon it and create like walking sort of versions of it. So Star Shadow's power has tremendously increased. So Topflight West has gone in there. They have teamed up with Bloodstar, a very, very cool, edgy hero who everyone likes and no one has objections to.
Very unhygienic.
What?
Very unhygienic.
No, he's... Oh, I mean the blood? Blood... Guys, blood is hygienic. It's...
The biohazard at minimum.
Oh, okay.
It's sterile.
There's never been a pathogen that's passed through blood.
Blood is sterile. Yeah. If you're fortunate enough, fire
That's a doctor speaking, KJ. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, Dr. Arvid said that. So, having teamed up with Bloodstar, you ventured in. Synth Devil had to remain outside because it seemed like his systems were being too affected. But you are, as you sort of ventured within, Findon underwent a power surge of his own, becoming Beowulf when he grips a broken hilt. He becomes the king of the Yeats, who is not as strong as Findon was, but he's also a lot more everything else than Findon was. Because basically Beowulf's whole thing is you just have 20s and everything, right? That's the gimmick. Yeah. He's just like well-rounded champion. And because of decisions Pierce had made, this wasn't automatic. He has proficiency, or does he have double proficiency at every saving throw, or just?
Yeah, no, I have expertise in every saving throw.
Yeah. So,
So is Findon. That's all just to mitigate me.
Yeah, that is now. So yeah, Beowulf is highly resistant, plus 13s to all things that might harm him. So, as the group went through, they've battled strange darkness drones. They've battled darkness senior toucans. They ventured further.
Yeah, that's just called Margarita Night.
Okay, well, guys, come on. We're all here to have a good time. But at this point, they have squared off against 4 more of these dark matter drones who, looking at them, have adopted their own, at least, shapes. Whether they share their powers, we're about to find out. But at this moment, kind of Captain Eldritch, Bloodstar, Teleportia, Beowulf, Armament, and Lumen are looking at 6 dark matter drones. Ahead of them, the anti-version of Topflight West, which we called Bottom Burrow East.
That's right.
And
that's right.
With that, we're going to get into it, but not before we have a little prologue. So, my dear friends and neighbors, hold up one finger if you would like to vote to have our prologue take place at Option 1, the Toucan Beach Galleria. Option 2, Null Island. Ooh. Do you want to know about what's happening here, or do you want secrets about Lauren's game? Ooh, a 1 from Armament. Interesting.
So,
a 1.
Yeah, yes, I would also agree with 1, but I feel like in reality, if this was a comic, it would absolutely be 2, because we got to cross-promote. We got to cross-promote the new series.
That is the way it goes. All right, so.
Maybe the epilogue is there.
With that, we go to the eerie, empty shopping mall. It's an outdoor mall. Think the Grove or the Americana, but like the Florida version.
Frank Sinatra playing?
Right now. Oh, shoot. Actually?
No, Jimmy Buffett's playing. Kidding me? We're basically at a Margaritaville resort.
You know what? I'm actually going to say that I will say Sinatra's playing because because boomers like to keep it classy. And there's nothing classier than that mob-affiliated crooner. Okay, anyway, the point is...
It's also a wife beater, don't forget that.
I mean, he's a complicated guy. It was a different time. That's me. I'm channeling a boomer. Don't worry, guys. This one's not starting well. The point being, I will say that I'm even going to silence my music for a second so you guys can hear my horrible rhetoric more loudly. But like through this sort of eerily silent outdoor mall that is currently dark as the sort of like as dark as the middle of space, but you can sort of still see the strange, kind of like overly ornate walkways and things. There is an eerie, warped music going through the speakers, almost as if the sound waves passing through of the sort of it's 2:45.
Sorry, I asked.
There's no one in the place except you and me. And as a haunting version of One for My Baby and One More for the Road plays. Yeah, that's right. What, you guys thought I was gonna do My Way? Please. I go to Frank Sinatra Greatest Hits Track 2. As this sort of haunting, I thought Pierce would like that, and he did. As you hear this, in the sort of center of this wall, there also are tons of bodies laying on the ground. But in the center of this sort of dark space, tinged with negative energy, with that sort of strange, like dark purple halo, there is a figure. She's standing there. She is wearing armor. And when she speaks in a comic book, what would be happening is her words would be white text on a black bubble with a white outline. Ooh, because she's like negative. And as Star Shadow, sort of standing there amidst this, she takes a piece of her armor off. This sort of very high-tech scientific armor that she's worn. I think our heroes and you guys can be aware that sort of Star Shadow's basically thing is she has like alien technology, that allows her to do all this sort of like dark matter manipulation. But she's removing the suit, the very thing that gives her power. And as she does so, she raises her hand, and a new piece of armor forms out of this very dark matter, and it floats. She says, "Fascinating." One of her dark matter drones sort of glides towards her. She looks over and says, "Oh, Topflight West. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure. I hope they're being given a proper welcome. Tell the drones not to delay them too long. I wouldn't want them to miss the grand reopening." She then removes her sort of helmet, faceplate, the last unreplaced part of her armor, and begins to forge a new helm for herself of the very dark matter she can now control and summon. And with that, roll for initiative. It's a fight. Oh yes, go ahead, Armwoman.
How hot is she?
Okay.
I actually don't know. I mean, she's a comic book character, so it's just every comic book character is.
Yeah.
Dan, let's be gross together. Would you please roll? Gonna have you roll. Oh, also, first of all, could you roll a D100?
Oh yes, please. I would love
This
to.
feels like a luck roll. I wish we had a.
Oh fuck, 92. I'm so close every time.
That's close. Only counts in horseshoes and.
Hand grenades.
Second, would you please roll for me? 3d6. 3d6 is, so for those nerds of whatever, 3d6 is one of the best rolls for like curves, which in this case seems 8. She is not like, she would not have the sexy tag.
Okay.
In a thing like that. She's a she's not like a sex pot character. She's
she's a comic book like powered character, so she's good looking.
Yeah.
But it is not an element of her character.
She is still being played by like a person who is too good looking to even like be able to look at in real life and talk to, but she is not she's not like a cover girl type. She's not like a exploitative whatever character. So as she puts on her armor, roll initiative, my friends.
I'm gonna spend my D4 in this initiative roll.
I love it. And you guys, yes, you do.
I lose it.
Sorry to hear it. And you guys do reset your stuff. What do we got, Lumen?
20.
20 for Lumen. Armament?
10.
10.
Even with advantage.
Yeah, that was rough.
Beowulf.
13.
13 for Beowulf. Allow me to roll my pure black die, which is really hard to roll. Read, so when I do it, I have to look carefully. Oh, and
Would the shadow version of Teleportia be 5 minutes early?
the shadow portion of Teleport is just there like, I've been waiting for Vincent's first call.
Realistically, the shadow version and the actual version of teleportation should never meet. It should just constantly be missing each other.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
I would love to remake sliding doors, but with just 2 versions of teleportation.
Okay. Wow. This is working out for you guys. Wow. Armament. And look at Beowulf's initiative. Okay. No worries.
Okay.
And then finally, interestingly, I just rolled a nat 20 for the last initiative, which is that while Beowulf, Armament, and Lumen are getting their bearings for this fight, in a convenient way, you know how a lot of times in fights, like, groups sort of, like, split off and are fighting in, like, different panels, and like, it's like there's, like the people fighting up top are this group. So, assigned randomly, I'm going to say that, let's say, Teleportia, Captain Eldritch, and, Bloodstar. Let's say that those 3 are, like, suddenly, like, they start to go at it with, I don't know, like, a randomly chosen half of the other side, which will be Shadow Bloodstar, Shadow Teleportia, and Shadow Captain Eldritch.
That's so crazy.
That's like just
That's
like
so weird.
just for whatever reason that side. So the funny thing is that side's how things are going for them is literally going to be the first thing that is determined every time. So, I would like for one of you to roll a d20 for me on their behalf, and I will roll for the Beats. Pierce, let's do darkness here. Let's do something evil.
Dark deeds.
It would be a 6.
Well, you guys won't be able to read this, but I rolled a 5. So they're having trouble adjusting to the shadows.
Okay.
All right, so good.
Teleportia can't use her portals, right? In here,
She can't use them to get out.
Okay.
She has been able to use them to, like, go, like, little distances, but, like, since she can't see anywhere, she doesn't just want to portal forward. But,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
here in a fight situation with, like, the darkness crushing in on you guys, she'll be able to.
Like, yeah, it can still be the opening of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, she's doing all that stuff, no problem. All right, cool. So that means on initiative count 20, Shadow Beowulf rushes forward, creating a shadow sword and striking at Beowulf.
This is to be expected.
Does a 15 hit Beowulf?
Does not.
Does an 18 hit Beowulf?
It does not.
Well, this dice is garbage. All right. That is that being's turn. Just boom, 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 swinging, and Beowulf, you're up against it's like, what is this? Some Grendel's mother illusion? So come on, get out of here with this. Okay, Lumen, it's your turn.
Can I actually just ready an action?
Of course.
If one is gonna come at me, I want to Volo blast it, but not any sooner.
So you will only Volo blast if you are attacked.
But because I want to see if they can use our powers already, or if they're like kind of waiting to see our powers and then.
Oh, interesting.
Fascinating. I'm into it. All right. Lumen, you are holding a Volo blast ready to shoot light if you're attacked by anyone. The next turn is Beowulf. You are being attacked by a Shadow Beowulf.
Yes. Conveniently, then, we have not spread out. So the first thing I will do is I will cast Heroism, touching Armament and Lumen as I do so. Just as a reminder for you guys, you're immune to being frightened, and you gain 5 temporary hit points at the start of every one of your turns, like you do now, and then at the start of every. Sorry. So
Do they stack?
no.
No. Okay.
But like if you get hit, they'll
then they
refill.
come back next turn.
You'll get 5 temporary hit points every turn. But then I'm gonna spend my D8 to get an extra action.
I love it. So basically, so like, I'm trying to describe this as pages and panels. So the first thing that happens is evil Beowulf rushes over and strikes, and then another panel strikes, and then Beowulf simply leans back and buffs up his 2 friends, and then inserts himself into an additional panel, and you're attacking.
Okay. Yes. Rudely, that 3 looked like an 8 for a second. So just the one. I will take my attack action. I'm going to wield the great sword.
Love it. So that was I see the 3 on your D8.
So I don't get 4 attacks. I'm only going to get 2.
Yeah.
That is a 18, which should miss Shadow Beowulf.
Interestingly, almost instinctively, you're like, that wouldn't have hit me, and it doesn't hit the I see what's happening. And then you guys are all like, gee, I hope they don't have our hit points.
Well, if Shadow Lumen has mine, you guys are fine. You can probably just sneeze on her and she'll go down.
That's bad news over here. It's bad news over here.
Yeah.
Garbage.
So basically, and we'll say that for flavor, it's not just it's like blocks. It's
Oh, I was hoping it was just a mirror of exactly how I dodged.
Oh, gotcha. Stepping to where it's some combination of both of those.
Yeah.
But at this point, it is the turn of Shadow Lumen. Shadow Lumen, seeing
Schlumen, if you will.
Sort of like holding back, will also kind of like takes up like Shadow Lumen mirrors your exact readied posture, as if you don't know if Shadow Lumen could be attacking already, but it seems that Shadow Lumen is perfectly happy to wait to see what Lumen does. You did, however, notice that the Shadow Beowulf created a sword.
Now, lunged.
Beowulf had the swords out, so they seem to be the stuff. But it may be that Shadow Lumen is also like preparing, whatever stuff. At this point, it is the turn of Armament Prime.
Okay. So like, can I tell like whether or not like the like looking at Shadow me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, does it seem like the armor is like kind of like the way that like my armor is kind of casually shifts? It seems like that whatever armor this thing has is doing the same thing.
It is.
Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna go. I'll fly over, attack twice. I don't remember what weapon I had up, but I had a fire weapon out because like we gave off a little extra light.
I believe you did that, yes, and you noted that was not being like, yeah. You noticed all that damage was going through for sure. Okay.
So I will attack twice.
Love it.
Well, so one attack is a 21, which I would hit me. So unless the guy
Guardian Shield.
The other attack is a natural 20.
It goes through the Guardian Shield. Do it.
Right. And that's what 2d8. So.
Oh, I love the idea that you like hit the shield and then just like slam it again to go through it.
Wow, that was exceedingly average.
Oh wait, so hold on. What did you roll? I always forget to tell people this. For these rolls, I want you to do max damage and then just roll one additional.
Oh, okay. So then I'll just okay. So it's. Oh well, so I just rolled 2d8 because I'm stupid. So that's fine. So it'd be because I rolled 2d8 anyway. So I didn't roll anything extra.
Perfect.
So
okay, so 16
plus 9. So 25 plus 6 is I got this 31.
31 points to the sort of shadow form of armament, which kind of strikes through, and this armament seems sort of like confused that this has happened, but understands.
I will fuck it, I'll spend my d8.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That I don't get it back. I'll attack twice more. Neither of those will hit.
Trying to use the Guardian as this
Yeah.
sort of shield up, but one has definitely gone down. And
I
this
know
time,
this feeling.
it is the turn of Shadow Armament. Having been struck bad, Shadow Armament is like, I'm not going to take this from this guy. What, you think I'm going to take this from this guy? Absolutely not. I will. Do you have any more interesting things?
Here's where we learn whether or not the Shadow Beings can operate the BFG or not.
That would suck.
This armament begins to shift a weapon of its own accord. But it does not turn into the big gun. Instead, it basically turns itself into like a big like mace, which it will sort of like maul, big smashing weapon in the shape of, it's like, it looks like a statue of Senior Toucan at the top, and it is bringing it down upon you. That is a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
We have earpieces, right? I think we talked about that.
You do, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And this is just physical stuff. This doesn't have fire or anything on it. It's just smashing you with normal, but it's not a great roll. That will be 12 plus, that'll be 18 points on its first attack.
Okay.
So yeah, you get rid of your temp, but then it goes. The second attack is probably not going to hit. Well, it is a 20. So you can choose.
I will reaction shield, yeah.
You'll also shield as it sort of slides across that. Like it ain't no thing. I'm tipping my hand a little bit on how this is working, but the Shadow Armament is going to use the collective Shadow Sides D8 to get an extra action right now, but does not get 2 extra actions. And is going to swing once more at you, and I roll a 3 on the D20 and a 1 on the D4, so that doesn't do it.
No.
But a 29 will.
Yes.
As it sort of once again pushes through with this sort of toucan-like maul, dealing you a. You know what your modifiers are, so you understand what I just rolled when I tell you you take 9 points of damage.
In response to that,
yeah.
In response to that, I'm going to use my D6.
Okay.
That's a 4, so I only get to use 2. It's 2. I roll 2 dice, or how does this work again?
Yeah, we've done it so frequently. I totally remember. Let me just look at the. The D6 is 2 of your hit dice. Yes, and then
Unless you roll a 6.
Unless you roll a 6, then it's
right. Okay, so it's 11 plus 8, so I get 19 back.
Love it. All right. In the meantime, KJ, would you roll a D20 on behalf of the good guys, and I'll roll on behalf of the bad guys.
Let's say 12.
Haha! I roll a 13. Ooh, evening up over there. The good guys, they've won 1 round, but the bad guys won 1 round. But what's cool is it's both been by 1 each time, so it's really close. It's like you hear
Almost like
grunts.
they're fighting just other versions of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. You hear grunts of teleportation, get me over. Oh, this guy's good. And teleportation's like, sorry, I'll be there in a second. I'm just a little. And Captain Eldritch is like, you.
Every time.
Every time, I love it so much.
This is why I play this game still. This is all I want from it.
And she's like, interesting. She seems to be able to copy some of my magic, but it's not. I'm in a bad mood now. Shadow Beowulf. Swing.
Okay.
That, sir, is a 22 to hit you.
That will hit.
Wait. And the next one won't hit because it's a 14. All right. So, 3d12, not a big deal. 9. 15. Off 3d12, I did 15.
Okay.
The damage dice are being kind to you guys tonight, and the other one is a miss. So Beowulf is going for Beowulf. No problem. Lumen, it is your turn.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
When I use the light cantrip,
Yes.
is it equivalent of like if I put it in front of my face, would it just be like a flashlight, like I'm telling a scary story, or would it kind of not be able to be seen through and the light goes?
The light.
You get what I'm saying?
You have a light cantrip up right now, and it's like much dimmer because of the power of the darkness around. But and light is I believe light is by touch. Like you have to like touch the thing. You could put it on something and throw it. Are you? What are you trying to do?
It's just gonna be a cool little thing. Either I want to say something to them through this, like the speakers we have, the earpieces, but I wanted to cover what I was saying, and I was gonna use a ball of light, but if it doesn't work that way, then I'm just gonna cover.
Yeah, you can totally mask your mouth by a ball of light for sure.
Okay.
I love it. So in one panel, because also guys, the on each page for you of the fight, one panel is your movement, and the other panel is your speech, and then if you get extra panels, it's because you're fighting more. If you roll a d20, you get 2 pages. Yes, sorry, Lumen.
No. Since it seems that they're copying us, it might be best if we fight each other's counterparts as opposed to our own. And I also think if you guys can try and push them into each other and run away, I can try and use my storm on them as well.
This is very wise.
And then I will Volo Blast. I'm gonna Shadow Armament.
Oh. You're going to do a Volo Blast not at your person, but at Shadow Armament. I love this. So, roll your Volo Blast.
18 plus 10, 28.
A 28 will hit Shadow Armament. With light. Which, it has been shown these things are not vulnerable to, but it definitely hurts them fully.
Okay, so that is 36.
Did you?
Nope. Sorry, I've mathed that all wrong.
I was about to say, that means you rolled max damage on all 3.
Oh, yeah, no, I did no such thing. I don't know where. I know where I did. Okay, anyway, sorry. 13, so 21.
21. Good. Shadow Armament is looking kind of wispy as this beam of light kind of armament just like arcs by you and smacks into Shadow Armament. That's the good news. And he is now looking. He looks a little like, distorted, less held together. But the bad news is the held action of Shadow Lumen, who was waiting for you to do something, fires off a beam, and it looks like a Volo Blast. But what it is it's like an antimatter Volo Blast. It's like dark in the middle of the glow. You get it.
Imagine if you could a dark Volo Blast.
Dark Volo Blast.
At me or
at you?
Barrier of light.
Why? I mean, do you want to know what I roll to hit first?
I mean, sure, yeah, I guess, but he's probably gonna have a very low AC.
Well, yeah, because if I hold on, what is your?
I am a tissue with life.
What is your? Actually, you know what? In this case, it really does worth it to do it because I rolled a 20, and that gets you to 22. So yes, you can barrier of light. Makes a lot of sense. Because I rolled a 10 on the thing and you have a plus 10. Okay. So this beam was fired at you by your thing. That is their held action. That's Lumen's turn. Beowulf, what would you like to do?
I am going to think about what Lumen said, and I'm going to go try to grab Shadow Armament and throw him into Shadow Beowulf.
All right. As you run off from Shadow Beowulf, Shadow Beowulf
Go for it.
strikes you in the back. That is a little bit more like it for the purposes of what I'm doing. That is a 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Come on, D12s. Be cool, not lame. Well, that is... I mean, one of you was really cool to be an 11, but the other two of you were less cool. What is your modifier here? That is 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage, okay.
As you're sort of struck in the back as you rush over. But now you run over to Shadow Armament. Go ahead and make your grapple roll against Shadow Armament.
I'm going to use my D4 on this.
Okay.
I get it back.
Hey.
Aha. Okay, so that's a 19. So that will be a 32 athletics check.
Well, I don't think... Yeah, Shadow Armament rolls a 1, so yeah, you can certainly... You pick up Shadow Armament and toss sort of Shadow Armament back at Shadow Beowulf, basically. I'm gonna let this be a dexterity throw on the part of Shadow Beowulf, because Shadow Beowulf just used a reaction to attack you, but can still attempt, you know. What is your dexterity saving throw modifier? Oh, right,
Plus
just
30.
kidding.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Okay, so with a
All plus
32, Shadow Beowulf as a
Oh my God.
dexterity. Yeah, Shadow Beowulf rolled a 19, so that's the 30.
Yeah.
So as a dexterity, Shadow Beowulf catches Shadow Armament, like moves out of the way, and so neither of them take any damage. And now they're just standing there. But as per your earlier request, now you and Armament are together, and those two are together, and Shadow Lumen is a little further back from them. So you've done half of what Lumen suggested. You didn't attack the other persons, but there is now a place where Lumen could put a thing that would only hit those three, for sure.
I think that's going to be it for now.
Beowulf, it is Shadow Lumen's turn. Seeing that this is going on, Shadow Lumen is going to... She'll shoot another Valo Blast at normal Lumen. That does hit, though, with a 23, even with your thing.
Yeah. No.
So that's 3d10 from... So it's like Taste of Your Own Medicine, except it's like a dark, evil kind of your own medicine. Which is 10, 12. You take 18 points, except, and I really do feel bad to say it, you actually take 36 points, Lumen, because this is darkness to which you are weak. You are hit by the pure energy, and the light that Lumen is casting even fades momentarily as she takes this tremendous smack. But the good news for you is you do have your temp HP, so subtract that off first. And you then lose 31 atop it.
Oh, you said 30. I mean, I'll take the 31. I thought you said.
It's 30, but it's like minus the 5 from the temp HP.
Ah. Oh. Okay.
So yeah. You got 80 hit points, you're fine.
Okay.
Then Shadow Lumen uses their... Does she use their D20? Hold on. Nah, she'll hold off, but she's... Alright. That's Shadow Lumen's turn. Armament. Those two are over there. Shadow Lumen's over there. You've been told to divide and conquer.
Wait, can I... They're within 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the one that lets me sneak a turn in?
You could do a D20 if you wanted to.
Yes. Nat 20. What do I get?
Nat 20 means you get to do this every... So basically... So that's Shadow Lumen. So Lumen, I'm just gonna... You literally get an extra turn in initiative every round. You get 2 turns
Rad.
each initiative.
Okay, so then yeah, I'll do Storm of 19 Virtues.
Okay.
And I
Storm-
will tell my people to close their eyes.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh. So Constitution
If you look at it, you
saves.
get blinded. It's just, it's a thing.
Constitution saves for the bad guys. All right, and what is the save? What is the DC of this? Oh, okay, 18. No big deal. Okay, so you prepare to roll your 10d6
Yeah.
as the light fills up over there. I will first roll for Shadow Lumen.
Alright,
Shadow
my
Lumen
die.
does succeed, but so she'll take half. Shadow Armament is next. Shadow Armament fails. I think Shadow Armament might be popping right here, guys. And Shadow Beowulf with plus 13. Shadow Beowulf is also fine. Okay. I mean, not fine. He's going to take half of 10d6. But...
33.
33. All right. So, Armament, what is your hit points? Your total hit points?
My max?
Is your max is 104?
104, yeah.
So Shadow Armament explodes in light. Shadow Beowulf takes 33 points and just looks even more ready to fight.
There's a lot there, guys.
Shadow Lumen also Shadow Beowulf saves, so only takes half of that. I'm really sorry.
Or Shadow Beowulf saves.
And actually Shadow Lumen also saved, so Shadow Lumen also takes half of that. But you smack them with that, and in response to be a dick, do you want to do anything else on your turn?
No. I mean, I can't
Hit
imagine.
with this, like, ringed in this light, and like they're not taking extra damage, but like they don't like it. Shadow Lumen. Oh no, I take it back. Shadow Lumen does take the full thing, because seeing that you're vulnerable to the darkness, Shadow Lumen is now vulnerable to the light. Shadow Lumen is like doing this, but that's the good news. The bad news is you did just teach Shadow Lumen a new trick. So Shadow Lumen summons a ball of darkness and shoots it at the three, in an area where it will hit the three of you.
Was the storm of
Wait, a ball of darkness or a shadow or the storm?
A storm of 19 sins.
Okay.
Ooh. So, can you guys all please roll Constitution saving throws?
Constitution saving throws.
Fucking A. I cannot roll tonight. That's a natural
Hooray!
1.
Natural 1, eh? Well, that's fun. Alright, 10d6.
22.
You will take... Actually, you'll take full then. You won't take double. That's good. 10... 20... 34. So she rolled very close to what you did, but just to be a dick, she did slightly outperform you by 1. She got 34. So Lumen, you take 34 points of damage from that. Armament, you take 34 as well. Beowulf, what did you roll?
28.
You save, so you only take half of that.
So that's 16.
I also didn't roll a d20 when she used her d20. Did she double it? Nope. She got to do that one time.
So it's 34, right?
So 17.
7,
Yeah.
17.
17. As she sort of has shown this back. So the good news is...
You can't do it again, at least. I mean,
You can't do it again. And the Storm of 19 transgressions. Storm of 19 Frank Sinatras. All right.
Yikes.
Armament.
You
Am
regain
I under
five.
any status conditions from that?
Sorry, what's that?
I failed, so do I have any status conditions affecting me?
Oh, shoot.
I mean, if it's the same, you should be blind.
Yeah, you've been blinded.
I'm blind to the feelings of others. But that's already armament, so.
That was a pre-existing condition.
The Shadow Armament is blinded. Okay, so yeah, you are blinded. Beowulf. So you are. So it's interesting. Both. It's like mathematically, this makes sense.
Shadow Armament's
Both
hot.
armaments failed. What? Shadow Armament is gone. Shadow Armament was burned away.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna use my D10 to remove the blindness.
I love it.
I didn't roll 10, not that I had any other status conditions to remove, but
If you had any other conditions, I'd be like, hey, they're gone too. Yes, Beowulf.
I was just saying, don't forget you get your 5
yes,
hit points.
Yes.
It is nice to have those 5 restoring 10 hit points. Oh yeah, and Lumen. I don't know if you did that. I don't know if you subtracted.
I didn't take away the 5 the second time because it wasn't a new
you'd
round.
been hit twice. That's right. You hadn't. No.
Yeah.
You got it. You had a new turn. You started a new turn.
Oh, okay. So I have 5
So you
more.
have 5. You have 5 more hit points. Yeah. You started a new turn because you now get 2 turns.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I have a 60-foot fly speed, I'm just gonna fly around and get like position myself such that like I'm like at Shadow Lumen, but Shadow Lumen is in between me and Shadow Beowulf.
Perfect. Yes, gotcha.
Sure.
And then I'm going to attack Shadow Lumen twice.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. With a melee.
Yes, melee. Yeah.
Cool.
Probably get her with
still
a gust
whatever
of
fire
wind,
weapon I'm
honestly.
using. What?
You could probably just get her with a gust of wind.
I mean,
Well, that's an 18 and a natural 20, so I think they'll both hit. For a total of a 29
the
and
18, she will block.
Well, no, that was 18 on the die, so
Okay,
it was 29.
they both hit. I have a question. Is the minimum damage you would do for that more than 7?
I believe it is just yes.
Okay, then you destroy the Shadow Lumen. Who's
Well, I guess I should have rolled I should have rolled them separately because one of them would do 7, so then I would have gone for Shadow Beowulf with the other one.
Go for Shadow. Tell you what, the crit was the cool thing. But what is your hit? You did you just come down and just, what is the shape of your fire thing right now?
I think right now it's a spear, so they have yeah.
So you just run. So Lumen, you see your shadow self after she did that as you're kind of blinking out the darkness. Armament kind of blinked away his blindness, flew up and just speared her. There's flame coming out the back. I spear, I'm going towards Shadow Beowulf, and I spear through Shadow Lumen and just burst through the dissipating darkness. Oh, okay, yeah. As he's bubbling away of this dark, and he sort of goes on. So you have the weird sensation of seeing your shadow version destroyed. And then you rolled. So it was you had an 18 on the die against the Shadow.
That was a 29 to hit.
A 29 does hit Shadow Beowulf, and coincidentally, regular Beowulf too.
Shocking. That's a 16 fire damage.
16 fire damage, but wait,
Yeah.
That's not a kind of damage that he has any special relationship with. Cool. All right. So, with that, Armament's turn is done. Shadow Armament is gone. Shadow Lumen is gone. Beowulf, yes?
I would like to use my D20 now.
Okay.
Do not get permanent extra turn. But I will take this extra turn to strike out to charge forward with my greatsword at Shadow Beowulf.
Do it up.
All right. So first attack is an 18, so that will miss. Second attack, you know what? Let's use the D4. I get it back.
Nice.
Let's keep that advantage going.
Do we go full Pierce mode?
No good?
Yeah.
So he's just blocking and kind of
I will use my bonus action here though. And I will look to Armament. And I will say, Armament, the Maker will guide you, and I will use my Inspiring Valor. So you get to pick a heroic die of your choice and get it back.
The 4, the 6, the 10. You've used a lot.
The 8.
I think I'm gonna take the
8.
6 back. Because I'm kind of low on hit points right now.
It's a safe one. So as basically you you give kind of, there's a panel of Beowulf saying something really encouraging to Armament. And you know what? We're just drawing it right now, and Stan, he'll fill in what the dialogue is later. That's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it as layouts, they talk about the thing, we do it out, and then the actual dialogue is dropped in later. Awesome. So you run forward and don't do that, but you do help Armament heal himself up. As we flip the page, Dan, would you please roll the D20 on behalf of the goods?
Yes. Let's do this one. Jesus Christ, 5.
The bads.
Oh my god.
Are doing good over there. The dark bad ones are. You hear some okay, this is, oh damn. I knew the only one who could beat me was me. And then you hear, interesting. It's funny because we both have low voices, but mine's sexy and whispered, and yours is just gruff. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Let's talk about this later when we're not getting stabbed by ourselves. and then teleports says, and I'm here too. Okay. Shadow Beowulf's turn.
Got from me, bro.
He's got a lot of hit points and he can hit, but he doesn't have any like. He doesn't have much like. He doesn't really have any like novas, you know. And he really he has things he could do to inspire, or in this case, he could have things to like. What's the opposite of inspire? But like
Terrorize.
Terrorize, yeah, like browbeat his foes, or like corrupt his, but he can't. Whatever.
Ooh,
he's
that's
just gonna-
hot. That's sexy.
That's been the thing the whole time, Philip. Welcome. I have one thing. I do one thing.
Well, he does
I
more
hit
stuff
things.
now, but yeah, he's going to swing around in kind of crazy modes. Well, that will Oh, who is he hitting? You know what? I didn't say he's hitting Beowulf once and Armament once. Beowulf is a 27 to hit you. Armament, it is a 25 to hit you.
My shield will not block that, so I will be wearing that.
Okay. True Beowulf. Evil Beowulf deals 19.
19. Okay.
Which is garbage that I'm rolling on these d12s. For the
It's 3d12 each of these.
I'm rolling 3d12s plus 5 each time. Okay, that's unfortunately, Dan, that one's a little better. That will be 17, 20. That's 32. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I go down to. I wear some of that with the temp HP.
Perfect.
And then I go down to 12.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm gonna spend my D6 I just got back.
You'd spend the d6, and hey, maybe you'll roll a 6.
Again, not a 6.
Not a 6, but you still get double.
8 and a 1. Jesus Christ! I just like such shitty fucking rolls tonight. 9 plus 8 is 17.
Better than nothing.
Yes.
All right. So he strikes you like a jerk. Lumen, it is your first turn this round.
Volo Blast.
You Volo Blast him. All right. Volo Blast his ass. The king of the Yeats.
26.
26 hits.
Oh, okay. Sorry, 21.
21 points. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, great. Beowulf, you are up next against yourself.
I'm just gonna do what I do. I'm gonna swing this. Try swinging this greatsword.
I love it.
Okay. So first one is a 26, so that will hit.
It does.
Second one is miserable. So just the first one. I will spend my D12.
Why not? Oh, Lumen.
Okay, I don't upgrade it twice, but I'll roll 3 D20s on this.
It's not bad. Lumen, yeah, I forgot. I should have said Lumen, do your D12 when you did your storm of. It's fine.
Oh, well.
So it goes.
Oh man, that's pathetic.
It's really rough if you roll 3 D20s and you're like, and I do 14 damage.
It's not that bad, but it is 26 points of damage. I rolled a 6, a 6, and a 14.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 31. I forgot to add the 31 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. It's, you've more has been done to people. It is Lumen's second turn because Lumen, this comic is really focusing on you. So as Beowulf sort of runs up and like the guy blocks Beowulf, hits him again. Lumen, I'm going to let you do something here. Because it's something you did experience and noticed. I would love for you to make. You have the same in both of them. Perfect. This is kind of both investigation. It's a little like it's investigation. Make an investigation roll. It's not really a magic arcana. It would be more science, but you can do investigation.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 is
Nice.
32.
It's all right.
It's not bad.
Lumen, you know, you realize that it seems like these things like take on the weaknesses that you have, but like in inverse of them. You know that Beowulf is vulnerable to poison.
I know that. I do know that.
Well, you know that Findon was, and I think with
Okay.
a 32,
Yeah.
with a 32, you're like, I do recall Findon explaining from the original story that this person he's also vulnerable to poison. So you understand that Shadow Beowulf is probably vulnerable to whatever the opposite of poison is.
Healing. Oh my God! Phoenix down on a zombie. Sorry.
I don't know what that means, but cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you do have a suspicion that if you were to put healing into him, it might.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if healing glow or the other one.
Healing glow could make
But
sense.
I gotta get close to him. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
You also have
Can I run-
you also have your preserve life.
Oh, I don't have to touch him.
You don't. It is true.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, no, that's guaranteed. Yeah, preserve life. I will heal him for 30, which will destroy him with
Which
30
damages him for 60.
or 60. God damn, that feels good.
So as you sort of reach forward and are like, you put healing towards this Shadow Beowulf, who at first is kind of like, but then realizes, like, begins almost like choking on the healing, and does fall with 60 points of damage. Preserve life, if you guys don't know, is a cool. I think I stole it from something, but the idea is it's 30 points. I think it's probably just like the cleric thing.
I think it's a life cleric thing.
But
Yeah.
I had it, and I think the life cleric could do it this way, but I described it in the thing because I like the idea of it's like you can do 30 points to one person, or you can split it up however you want, or you could have 30 people all get one. You know, you could just kind of like. In any case, you put all 30 of that into him, and he dissipates badly. Armament, I'm gonna pause your turn and do one thing out of order because things could be about to go bad. Pierce, would you roll another d20 for me?
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna pick up. We haven't been using this one. We're gonna pick up the metal D20 die from Descent into Avernus that just sits here.
It's gonna be a 1. It's gonna be a 1.
19.
19. Very good. Armament. On your turn, you sort of glance over, and it seems that the other heroes on your side have evened the odds a bit. So if you want to go ahead.
All right, go ahead now.
So if you want to go like help them put them down, that would be great. Had they lost that, the bad guys would have won, and your team would have been like the rest of your team would have been like knocked out or like incapacitated. So you guys were gonna have to do another fight now. But as it stands, it's like it would only be like a half fight as you rush in while they're still fully engaged with the rest of the team.
Can I just because I'm like not, I'm at 29 hit points. Can I just well, I guess it's my turn, so technically I'm at 29 plus 5 temp, but I can we've established I can manifest guns, right?
Yeah, I'm often surprised you don't do it more. Yeah, you can always turn into like a ranged weapon.
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna pick my spear up and aim the spear like it's a gun, and as I'm pulling the trigger as my bonus action, it's shifting from a spear into just a gun.
Sure, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
And and I'll shoot whoever there is I'll just shoot at whoever.
Yeah, go ahead and say which one you want to shoot at.
I'll shoot at Teleportia, because I think Teleportia is probably the least strong, and so probably the closest to getting Shadow Teleportia is probably the closest to getting knocked out.
Shadow Teleportia.
Do I know what Teleportia is vulnerable to?
You guys have been on a team too a long time. Time management.
Yeah. Breakfast sandwiches.
So dinner sandwich.
Vulnerable in a good way.
She is. I will tell you, she's vulnerable to soul damage, which I'm actually not sure if you can do let me look.
Shadow the opposite?
Opposite.
Shadow's the opposite of light. There's a
Mystic?
A rock?
I think it's necrotic.
Okay, so I can't do that. So
Okay.
I'll just keep it. I'll keep it fire.
Yeah.
And I will shoot twice. Well, I'll just shoot twice.
Good. Shoot twice. Yeah.
That's a 22 and a 31.
You know, those both hit.
Sick. 11, 25 plus 37 total points of fire damage.
We'll say that gets rid of shadow teleportation.
Great.
Right on time. Lumen, it is your turn. If you'd like to, you could attack either Shadow Bloodstar or Shadow Captain Eldritch. Neither of them do you know what their weaknesses would be if they have them. Unless you want to do cleaning damage at Shadow Bloodstar. Although you actually do.
What if it's the opposite? Then he's probably very clean.
Yeah. He's bleeding bleach.
There's one. I feel like Captain Eldridge has like more intimidating powers than Bloodstar. Like,
Sure.
They are. This is you guys doing like cheap shots in the back because they're focused on their people they're fighting. So this is more if you guys do a certain amount of damage right now, the fight is just over.
okay. Whisper, the Shadow Whisper.
Shadow Whisper, who's currently going, "Hey everybody!" screaming.
Schwisper, if you will.
All right, yeah, do a shadow. Take a Shadow Whisper.
Or Schwisper, as the
19.
19 does not hit the Shadow Whisper. And Beowulf, it is your turn.
So Shadow Beowulf is fallen.
Shadow Beowulf has fallen. Lumen healed him to death.
Healed him to death.
All right, then.
It really felt like poison. Poison's the only one I'd be like healing would be the opposite. I thought that would,
Yeah.
That felt correct. All right, Beowulf.
Hang on, I have to read a D&D spell. I don't have to do that very often. I need to see
Man,
if this
what
is
D&D
ranged.
spell is it? Sword Burst?
Yeah, the two I can do. I think it's. I don't think that's really ranged.
No, it's 5 foot. It's like
Okay.
it's a crowd.
Then I am just gonna come running out behind and just try to like cut bleaching blood star in half.
Understood. Shadow Bloodstar. Do it up. Make your attacks on Bloodstar.
D4. Okay, we have finally lost the D4.
They haven't. None of the Shadow versions spoke, right?
They haven't spoken. That's fair. I should have had them saying dark versions of it. They're not. That's fine. The only one that's talked so far has been Shadow Senior Toucan.
Dark Armament says, "I wish Dark Findon were here."
Oh, God.
I miss Dark Findon. We're best friends. There's no one I trust more than Dark Findon.
Never Dark Findon's fault.
Shadow Findon is my favorite person. He's never been wrong about anything.
It's a 20 on the first attack.
A 20 on the first attack.
Yeah.
Does not hit, I'm sorry to say.
Okay. Second attack is a 28.
No, that one hits.
Okay.
Guys, sometimes
4.
my comedy is just so good that I'm amused by myself.
20 points.
20 points. Yeah.
20 points of great sword damage that now, if lore holds, should just immediately shatter and crumble. Now that I've struck something with it.
You hit him. He looks like he's really like leeching off stuff and surprised. And Bloodstar's like, "What? You think I couldn't handle it? Also, thank you." He is not out, but he's very close to being out. Lumen, it is your second turn. Right now, Shadow Bloodstar is in really bad shape, and Shadow Captain Eldritch is not as in bad a shape.
Oh, Bloodstar then. Oh, I mean, 16.
16, unfortunately, does not hit. As it sort of is bounced off by one of his inoperable shadow.
I have 20 HP. I'm just very tired.
Like you're like, just gonna throw it like, okay. Armament. You get one more turn because we pulled their turn forward. So
Yeah, I'm going to take another couple. I'm gonna. Should I I'll take first shot at Shadow Bloodstar.
all right,
We'll see how this goes.
sounds good.
21.
21 is his armor class.
Great.
Yeah, you were irritatingly not quite to the
That's. Why can I not add 13 points of fire damage?
With 13 points of fire damage, Shadow Bloodstar, and kind of like, and something about it being Shadow Bloodstar, it's way more grisly than it needs to be. It's like shadow entrails are popping out as real Bloodstars like shoot as Blood and Viscera come at Bloodstar, he just shoots it away to keep himself clean, but he's still sprayed with it all.
Yeah.
Okay. He points a gun at you in like a gesturing way, because I don't know, he's not the safest guy, and he goes, "Okay, that was cool."
Then second shot at Shadow Whisper.
Sounds good.
That's 18.
Sadly,
Okay.
not. She's got a little bit of background for you. The Captain Eldritch AC is not high. Whisper's AC, for some other reasons, is really high. So she's kind of got some.
She gets a +5 from the shades.
She's got some. I mean, believe me, sweetheart, it's more than 5. Insert joke about how guys always think that 5. Never mind. Okay. The point is, we're down to it. Everyone is still gone except for Shadow Captain Eldritch. You guys have taken out the rest. I'm gonna therefore give advantage on this roll. KJ, would you roll 2 d20s? Use the higher as I roll once more for her.
Nat 20.
And I rolled a 1.
Oh, I've gotten a lot of these.
Excellent
Yeah, you
work. So basically with that, Shadow Captain Eldritch, like, she begins to like summon some like major sort of spell, but like while the three of you are turning, Bloodstar is just like and teleports is like warp beam, and Captain Eldritch Whisper, I'm gonna let her do the thing. She does some kind of like weird, like she casts some spell, and part of it is a misty step, and she appears right next to the sort of Shadow Captain Eldritch getting hit by all this stuff, and then Whisper just leans in real close to her and goes, shh. And then I would say that Beowulf and Armament, with your perception factors, you do hear that Whisper very, very quietly whispers something into the ear of Shadow Captain Eldritch. You can't quite make out what it is with your perception factors. You both have perception factor 3, right?
Yeah.
You can't quite make out what it is, but you do understand that this seems less magic and more whisper. This seems like like she's like taking her out like her old way, and she just gets.
She's channeling the Yin Yang twins.
And the Captain Eldritch, after having been shot, and hears this kind of just like instantly slorches out into just like dark matter that sort of pools below. And with that, this hour plus combat is over. Actually, maybe just at an hour, because we dicked around for a while at the beginning. Well done.
Okay, well, it does not appear that there are any bodies, so I do not see any heads or arms to collect. What do we do now?
I think we just have to keep heading further in, right?
Oh, you like collecting trophies, huh?
Well, I usually have to bring... It's usually just to bring back proof that people are safe. But then
I'm
you
gonna
no
heal
longer need
myself.
Believe me,
You no longer fear the darkness or the evil.
the darkness is getting thicker, can't you feel it? Bloodstar's just like pushing it forward, and it's like the darkness is.
Lumen, if I can get a little of that too, if you have any.
Yeah,
left,
no,
that'd be-
let me math and I'll get right to you.
I think I'm okay.
Don't worry about healing me. And he kind of like, because he's a Rob Liefeld kind of character, you notice he's like
Of course.
How much are you down?
Healing factor.
Down bad. No. My max is 104.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently at 29. So I would.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna. Okay. You can get 25 back right now.
Thank you.
And like right about now, you guys feel your temporary hit points leave you.
So do we lose the temporary hit points when the spell ends, or do we don't regain them back next time? Because like when you have temporary hit points, you don't lose them.
You lose any remaining when the spell ends.
Damn.
It's okay though. I can cast this spell at will. So
Yeah.
you want you want it for a minute? Here you go.
Here you go.
You just have to listen to me talk about God or the Maker whenever every minute.
I'm good. I'll pass. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Beowulf is always guided by God.
So, Captain Eldridge kind of, she says, well, okay. So it seems that she can summon some rather significant power in odd, dark matter
forms. Like I have to ask something. Beowulf would not care at all because he doesn't know enough about Whisper to be suspicious at all.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Did she did she absorb the other one a la T2? Did that blackness run into her?
With your perception factor, Beowulf, you saw nothing. To Beowulf's perception, it looks like she said one word to her, which caused the other person to just melt. She didn't draw any power.
It's very
into herself.
powerful,
Yeah.
very powerful woman you have there.
Do we think the next fight is the big one?
Yes. The next one.
I am uncomfortable. Dan, I'm going to heal you again. I am uncomfortable with how little you have.
Same. Oh, we're talking about the game?
I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah.
You get another 20 more.
Thank you. Great. Now I'm basically back where I was when we started this fight.
I have one more heal left, so
David.
if someone gets hit, we can do something with it, but...
Because like at some point, I assume, look, this is Dan and not Armament, but I assume we're gonna not do this fight today, and so therefore we'll have our D6s back next time.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a safe assumption.
Based on how long it takes to do fights, it's pretty accurate, I guess.
yeah,
And that was a very fast fight, actually.
That fight was quick.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I
I
think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, we'll probably. I would imagine maybe we'll get to any subsequent fights. We'll stick around for just a few more minutes to bring ourselves to the point of fighting again. But then,
In that case, I'm just gonna randomly, for no reason, not based on anything, I'm just gonna spend my D6 here real quick.
Oh yeah, wait, I should spend my D6 too. That's the one that heals, right?
Yeah.
So roll your d6.
Just the 2 D12s.
So roll your. Oh yeah, that's right. That's also Beowulf's thing is now not.
It's not preposterous.
And Lumen, you can just roll 2d8 and add 6 to whatever you roll, and you regain that many hit points.
And add
6. 2d8 plus 6. So as you guys, take a moment to heal.
Wow.
Whisper, was it bad? You said
No, I'm one short to hit max.
Oh, okay. As you guys are standing there, Whisper goes, "There's another one." And she sort of
Where?
looks into the shadow and points. I think we're supposed to follow it.
Can I see what she's talking?
Make a perception roll. It's like the darkness is hard, but you can sort of hold your light out, to see if you see a shape in the distance.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, then you're able to. Your eyes are just barely able to see. It's like dark on dark.
I'm never
You
gonna
can see
get
this
another
kind
net 20 in the history of this. Like, it's just never gonna happen again. I did them all tonight.
Well, it's a good night to have done them. But you do see that there is this kind of this like dark, oil slick, slender man looking thing in the distance that is kind of like standing there and like has been facing you, but seeing that you all see it, kind of like moves, just very turns very languidly and begins walking forward, as if.
All right, in my mind, it's very goofy. In my mind, it's very like.
Like an accentuated version of the way like Saru moves.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to follow?
I don't want to, but we probably should.
Yeah. Well,
As you
I
begin
see another
walking,
bit of darkness that needs to be exterminated.
as
And I'll
you
let
begin
him
walking forward, you soon find yourself stepping from whatever kind of grass and things onto a different kind of pavement, one that is definitely very Floridian, a parking lot. You realize that you are at a parking lot and there are a lot of cars, but as you're going further, you're sort of like finding your way, and it does appear that as you get closer and the darkness is kind of like more weighing down, and actually, Lumen, I'm going to ask you at this point to make it's not really a physical thing, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom save?
Oh, that's not, you know what, then it can be Constitution. I was trying to be, yeah.
No, I mean, if you want me to do a wisdom save, I'll do it, but I'll die.
Do a wisdom save.
13.
Do you want to put any dice on top of that or anything?
Yeah, what can I throw? Let's throw,
I don't
12?
think yeah, throw your 12 on. It might be helpful.
You can throw as many as you want.
Yeah, you got.
That's
you
how I
got
got to a
12, you got
49.
20.
Remember?
Yeah. You don't have a
plus
20.
9.
You have a 10. A 9. Okay, so that gets you to. Okay, you have a like the darkness is clearly closing in here, but there is an odd sensation that's going on. Though it is incredibly dark, and the dark is like it's like you're walking through like mud. As you get closer to it, you begin to see where you're going, and it's almost like a sonar or echo of stuff where everything is kind of like limbed in this kind of like that glowing weird sort of purple and kind of like negative colors, like you it's not just pure darkness, but you're sort of seeing this like weird. Did you ever do the thing where you'd color a bunch of crayons in a bunch of different colors on a paper, and then you'd do like black all over, like black wax completely over the top, and then you'd scratch? Did you guys ever do these art projects as kids? No one knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
You'd color a whole sheet with like bright rainbow colors and just like weird arrangements, whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Then you cover the whole thing in like a solid layer of black wax, and then when you start scratching through it, the outlines are rainbow color.
Oh, that sounds very cool. But
Yeah,
no.
I've never seen that.
It was a fun. We used to. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, okay, some people in chat remember that. Cool. I'm not crazy. For a moment, I was like, or did I like invent something amazing as a kid? Like, am I like a? So I was like a genius child. I mean, if you guys say so. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, that's what it looks like. It's very dark, and you sort of see these kind of like, a lot of it's kind of purple, but occasionally you will see other colors of kind of like almost like neon lines of stuff, as if just. But you do see that you are walking through a largely full parking lot toward an affluent open-air shopping mall.
There's not a chance of there being like an eye of the storm effect where it's just less like suffocating close, like once we get to the middle, is there?
You think perhaps that would happen when you got closer to the middle, but at this point it is still pretty rough on you, but you're pushing through it.
The volcano, not a cyclone.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse and worse till the middle. But as you're sort of making your way to it, you do see lots of unconscious, kind of like stasis people on the ground. But up ahead, there are a few of those dark matter drones. But as you kind of approach, they are I think in a cool way, but according to Pierce, it's a goofy way. I think they're like, but maybe they're like as they just walk back away. But they seem to be like noting you're coming and disappearing further inside.
Your way may be the actual way. I'm looking at them through Beowulf eyes.
Sure, it's fair. Captain Eldred says, "Well, it is likely we are about to enter the den of the devil, as it were. I am not particularly familiar with Star Shadow, but whatever her powers are, they have increased tremendously. Are we ready?"
I am always ready for ending darkness and evil.
I guess Bloodstar
Let's
will
go.
say, "Yeah, it's been almost 12 minutes since I've shot anything."
Yeah.
Okay, I feel better. Yeah, let's go in. As you
The
guys,
emotional support bullets.
as you guys sort of walk forward, the sort of the darkness is more intense, but you can hear an eerie, like, lapping of water, and also, oh, hold on, callback. Once you get in here,
Luck be a lady.
no, I'm going to track. I gotta go to track 4. Actually, literally gonna do that. I don't know that one, actually. I bet I would know it if I heard it. I don't know Somewhere in Your Heart.
Oh, but that's a really appropriate one. Isn't there like a dark heart at the center of all this?
That's the thing. But you know what? I'll do one that that KJ will like for different reasons, because it was it's used in something that I know that she's seen many times, but with different lyrics. But as he sort of is walking forward, you hear very, very kind of weirdly over all of this, "When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights." Do you recognize that, KJ?
I mean, I know that song. I'm not sure what you think.
Homer sings it of "When I was 17, I drank a very good
Okay,
beer."
that is what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure we were on.
It was a
okay.
very good beer I purchased with a fake
Yeah.
ID. My name was Brian McGee. I stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17. But sort of that's warped, and you also hear this like warped, like liquid. And as you guys approach, you see there are a good number of dark matter drones here, but you are getting towards sort of like a central fountain in this open air mall. And standing next to this fountain is a figure who, though wreathed in dark matter, sort of like under the helm, you can see her face, and you can see some spots of skin, you know, like on the inside of an arm. You see a woman. It looks like Star Shadow, but she seems understandably to have kicked up a little bit. She sort of turns and says, "Oh, good. You're here. I was hoping I'd have more of an audience then. I mean, don't get me wrong. My children are very supportive, but I'm not entirely sure they appreciate the magnitude of what I'm doing. Come, please, heroes of Topflight, and welcome to the East Coast.
Boom is concerned we were actually
Thank
just
you.
killing children.
You're not going to say anything?
I mean, I said thank you for the welcome.
Do you want to
is-
see it?
I'll turn my back. I'll turn my back to her
Mhm.
and to another group. I don't exactly know what we're here for. Do we want to see it? Sort of came in the middle. As far as I know, we're supposed to claim her head. But
We got like a dossier before or something, right? Like we know all about her despite having never met her, right?
You know all about who she used to be and what she used to be able to do. And that is, her name is Whitney Wallace. She has alien technology that was sort of brought to Earth. So occasionally she'll wind up on like alien stuff. Like she's dealt with Team Tomorrow here or there. She can manipulate dark matter and shadow and darkness. So probably, Lewin, this has been on your super evil but like also like exercise extreme caution list. Because unlike Baron Darkness, no one is saying this lady is nice. One thing you do know about her is that her alien tech that she uses to manipulate this dark matter, she can't actually create dark matter. She can just like move it and like so she can do it. But her alien tech was designed by the aliens for the exploration of black holes. So she, in her suit, which she doesn't seem to be wearing anymore, you've seen what her suit looks like. It looks like she's wearing like a dark matter version of her suit. Her suit, you could have theoretically like taken that Iron Man style armor into a black hole and like exist and like come out the other returned.
very rad.
Yeah, but she seems enhanced and kind of mad in a crazy way. Well,
So
come.
do we?
Is she like leading us into like a room, or
No,
is
she's
like,
just standing there at the shadow. You guys have like stopped it a little ways away. The water in the fountain is like moving like very crazily, and the sort of sound is like warping, and her words even sound a little like there's like a weird like you can hear her. I'm not doing the whole but like there's a weird like a double speech to it, and she says, "Oh, how rude of me. We'll bring you refreshments." She kind of gestures, and some of the dark matter drones start walking forward with Auntie Anne's pretzels, orange Julius's, with
like actual ones or like shadow versions of?
these would be. They're just picking up the actual ones off the. Yeah, they're just bringing you stuff from the Cold Stone Creamery. Hot dog on a stick. That's not East Coast. That's West Coast. The point is, they offer refreshments. to
Cinnabon.
food. Cinnabon would
Ooh.
be there.
Wetzels.
I will eat anything that is offered to me.
Sure. I'm sure if anything is sandwiches, Teleport's just taking that as well.
I mean, is there any ill effects after they eat it?
None that you see. It looks like they are being handed like normal food. Bloodstar is sort of saying, "I don't get why we're not shooting."
So, look, you need to stop. You need to stop this.
Stop what? You don't even know what I'm doing.
Many innocent people have been hurt from your shadow shell.
Oh, you mean these people? And she just gestures to like a couple like lying on the ground. They're perfectly fine. They will survive the crossing.
The crossing.
Yes. I'm impressed that you have maintained your consciousness. Clearly, heroes such as yourselves are sturdier. But once I unleash the power. And it spreads. They'll be drawn into a new world. A better world. A world of dark matter. A world that works, that makes sense. You understand that the physics of the universe, they don't understand dark matter. Our perception of space and time is only explained by assuming there is this dark substance. Dark fluid, dark matter. Scientists have called it many things. I've unlocked the truth. We're in the wrong universe. Everything here is a mistake. If we go back to where matter behaves properly, you'll see. And I can lead you. I can lead all of us through this. And she sort of gestures, and if you guys finally come around, you see that hovering above the fountain, it's only about 2 or 3 inches in diameter, is this little dark ball. But it does appear to have like an event horizon, kind of. There is a black hole.
Like a real one?
A real one, but there's some other energy surrounding it, as if she's keeping it in place. She hasn't opened it yet. She's in the midst of making other preparations.
That's. Did you create that, or did you transport it here somehow?
Ever since the power surge, I've gained an ability that perhaps I always had. I think the power surge is simply the true universe calling to us, imbuing us with what we should have had all along. Yes, I created it, but that means it was always there. And now that you're here, my preparations are nearly done, and you can be the first to be drawn through.
Do I think that if we defeat her, the black hole will go away, or then we'll just have a black hole on our hands?
It's a really, really good question.
The most important question.
And it's a question that you guys will have to answer in our next issue. Because it is possible that knocking her out might cause that to end, or maybe there's a hidden machine somewhere. Ooh, a lot of avenues to figure out next time. But Captain Eldritch, I guess she'll sort of say, oh, I was hoping it would be not quite this dire. But that was probably stupid of me. Yeah, so what do I shoot? Do I shoot that thing? Do I shoot this lady? I'm just kidding. I know I don't shoot that thing. My bullets will get sucked into it.
Also, don't shoot her. Just, we don't know that she may be the only thing keeping that at bay.
Yeah. I'll shoot her until she stops, until she puts it away for good.
No.
Oh.
This orang Julius is delicious. May have another before the killing starts.
And with that, we will come back in 1 month to see what happens in issue 4 of Topflight West Power Surge. Guys, great work.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm only looking at my hit points, but that was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I think KJ, you figured out a lot of stuff that made that go so much smoother for us.
A Nova on it, because like basically, clearly, I just let them have all your stats and tricks, but half your hit points.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the deal. They could do anything you could do, used your stats, but they had 1/2 each of your max hit points. So, with that, great work, Topflight West. You did it. You beat your shadow versions, you found the main bad guy, and the best part is, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to figure out how to stop her and the thing.
I don't know that we can do that. I don't know.
You guys are, I mean, listen, here's the thing. You guys have some serious power within you.
I'm not saying it will solve the problem, but I'm saying that it's at least worth a shot at throwing our gun turtle into the black hole and seeing if that stops it. It's worth a shot.
Your gun turtle?
Yeah,
Blood.
yeah. Bloodstar.
Why is he a
Bloodstar.
turtle? Oh, because he has
He has the backpack thing.
His backpack, that's funny.
This is easily like just the most terrifying fight Lumen's ever been in.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, because it's just nothing but darkness.
He's already almost died once today. And now he has to fight a lady that's controlling a black hole.
It's really just lucky happenstance that Philip gave Beowulf heroism.
Yeah.
So to make you immune to fear.
Yeah,
during
you
these
just can't
fights.
be afraid of this thing because of this damn yeet. This yet. It's just talking to you and you're like, wow, I'm not afraid anymore. Well guys, great work. We will resume this in 1 month, 4 weeks. I haven't decided if it's I don't know if it's that, like, is this the third Wednesday of every month, or is it you know, like if at some point the months shift.
Oh right.
Next
There's
month
like a
it'll
fifth
still
Wednesday
be the
or
same.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'll only become we'll wait until it's a weird month and then we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, so we will come back in a month for this. In 2 weeks, we'll be back on Wednesday with our long-delayed Formation Nation issue 3 to see what happens there, and maybe we'll find out some of what you guys would. You won't find out the thing you would have found out tonight on Null Island, but I do.
Guys, there was like a specific gold card stock for the covers that like held it. We had to. There's a supply line issue.
They had to do it. Also, they just honestly what they wanted to do was get some like banked, because the artist on that is notoriously slow. These comic book references going over well for everybody. Cool. So join us for those in the future. But on Friday we have Blood from a Stone. It will be chapter 105. So a lot happened last time in 104,
Wow.
including a major death of a major character, although a death that then slightly shifted into something else. We also have on Sunday the long-awaited Here Be Dragons.
Oh my god.
Which is also going to just be some 5e combat on massive scales. So come
Wait.
join us for that.
But it will probably be more dire than this one. We will not have all of our like hero tricks.
You won't have hero tricks, and you all are going to be, I mean, just spoiler alert, you've all been turned into Dragonborn, which means there's going to have to be some saves made to not be under the dominion of your pharaoh. Yeah, so Dan, just for the fun of this, is the dragons very cleverly, to escape the domain of dread, used a wish spell to bring the people who invaded their 20th level characters here. So basically the 20th level characters are now going to fight all of the Dark Lord there. So it's kind of a thing of like the main player characters just hope everyone kills everyone. Like best option would be everyone dies in that fight, but now
just a mutually assured destruction there.
But now they'll be controlling a thing, so we'll see. So great. And so that's Sunday. Monday we have a sitcom game. There's gonna be, I think, in a couple weeks there'll be a weekend where we don't have any games. But Monday we will have our sitcom game. Last week featured some huge. I can't believe we got those cameos from the Beach Boys and Ringo Starr.
That's incredible.
And that's what we got going on. We mentioned, I'll say it right now, just to whatever. We are not doing our Star Wars game during the strike for a variety of reasons, some of which are abundance of caution, some of which are, I guess, sort of solidarity. I don't know. We have, but we still have Third Time's the Charm, Here Be Dragons, these comic book games, and our Blood from a Stone, and in August there will be something else coming. But for now, that's what we've got. That's my pitch. Go to our Discord to read recaps of all this stuff, chat, talk, communicate. Go to our YouTube to see older episodes, and go to our wiki to find out about I don't know, You know, like if you
So
want to, you guys know what a wiki is.
Well, apparently, all of our weaknesses and strengths now have been explicitly spelled out in this episode.
Not mine.
Armaments is not.
Well, your weakness is social interactions.
Hey now.
I think that was also spelled out.
That's my strength, baby. I'm so
A
good.
malpractice lawsuit.
Look,
All right, guys.
I don't need to interact with patients. I'm a trauma surgeon. I'm not doing any interacting with them when they come into me.
I'd like to.
Sexual harassment lawsuit?
That's more likely.
I'd also like to. This is a complicated one. I'd like to apologize to and for Frank Sinatra, for some of the things that were said and sung tonight.
You know what I know about old Blue Eyes? Give him a few bills, he doesn't give a shit.
That's true.
Give him a few greenbacks, he's fine with the whole thing.
Thank you all for watching. Would anyone like to plug stuff themselves? Dan, plug something.
Well, we also would like to thank Pierce Likes Things for resubscribing.
Thank you, Pierce Likes Things.
Yeah, very kind of you. And then Stream and May for cheering 50 bits, so thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
I stream sometimes on Twitch. Again, it's been trying to mostly Mondays and Wednesdays in the afternoon Pacific, early evening if you're further in the future than that.
What were you streaming? You were streaming earlier today. What were you streaming?
Today I was streaming Golden Sun. I've been doing mostly Magic, so there's been Lord of the Rings draft. I did on stream on Monday. I did take a draft deck to 7 wins. So that was pretty fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I get one every format, and that's my one. So I won't be doing well at all for the rest of the format. But that's how we do it, baby. Yeah.
I was looking at the Lord of the Rings precons for Commander, and they look great. We should maybe do like a 1v1 or something.
I have them all, so.
Oh, okay. There you go. And as for me, I stream on Sunday mornings, usually around like 9-ish a.m. Pacific. It's usually been like more like 9:15. But I read Animorph books. So we'll be reading book 17, The Underground. And as I've been saying on the stream, the first 15 books are pretty etched in my memory, but things get real hazy from here on out. So it's a lot of these are going to be like I'm reading them for the first time again. So it'll be more of a wide-eyed discovery, but we'll be reading that. So come hang out, listen to me do some mediocre voice acting, and talk about some child-based existential crisis and drama.
What other kind would one even want to talk about?
Sure.
KJ, do you want to promote anything? I won't say plug because it makes you giggle every time.
Just keep washing your hands. Yes.
Hey.
If I've learned anything from tonight. Yeah,
I like the idea of like, and now a lumen tip. And then it's like, hey kids, if your hands wind up covered in the blood of your friends, wash your hands. The light of knowledge, lumen tip.
These would be what? Illuminating moments with Lumen.
Yeah. Hey kids.
I think like you are 100% the person in Topflight West that would do like the school PSA that Captain America did in the Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, no, that's
100% that's Lumen.
Hey kids.
But she wouldn't follow the script right, and she'd say horrifying things, but only only for educational purposes.
Yeah. She'd be like reading off cue cards and questioning idioms.
Well, in that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is super fun. We'll see you next time. Until then, have a top